welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time joining me here, then my name is Cynthia and welcome to my happy place. This is actually my second video that I will be filming in a row. It's because it's a 3-day weekend. I finished my homework early, you know. I'm so productive today. Also, I read a fact that if you are in love, it makes you less productive. And I'm not in love, so no wonder I'm so productive. But anyways, I went to the pool today. Just got out of the shower a little while ago. That's why my hair is still wet. And after I went to the pool, I was really thirsty. And I went and picked up a Starbucks drink. I actually first wanted coffee, but then I saw that they had this new drink on their menu. I haven't been to Starbucks in a while, so I don't know how new it is or not. I don't know, but it's their Kiwi starfruit drink, and I'm really surprised at how good it is. It kind of reminds me of green apple, I will be honest. That's what it tastes like. It tastes like green apple. And so, yeah, I thought it would be really cool to do a look on, you know, on my eyes with these colors that are in here. So there is this like lime green, kind of looks like what is it called, like that yellow green Gatorade, and has pieces of starfruit and kiwi in it. So I thought that would be really cool inspiration. And it's also the start of spooky season. Yes, September, it does kick off spooky season. Pumpkin patches start opening up. We get the fall weather rolling in most parts of the world. You know, in Texas, we don't have seasons. We have summer season and cold fronts. That's it. Very similar to Florida as well. So yeah, I thought it would be fun to go ahead and do a look on this and talk about some spooky things that have recently happened to me. And we'll go ahead and get started right now. So I have nothing on my face, my eyes, and so we will play with makeup today. Hopefully everything turns out great. I had a spooky thing that just happened earlier right now. I was trying to look for my little, what is this called? Like eyeshadow brush cleaner thing. I don't know, dry cleaner, dry brush cleaner, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And I usually keep it in the drawer with my what is it, oh my gosh, my eyeshadow drawer, where I have a couple things that I keep specifically just for my eyes in, and it wasn't there. And I looked all over the place for it, and I found it where my dirty brushes are at, which is weird because I would never put it there. Yeah, it was just so odd. Why would it be there? And this isn't the first time where something like this has happened, where things go missing. Either they go missing and they stay missing, or they go missing and then I find them in such a weird place where I know I would never have put it. So that's part one of Spooky Talk. Spooky Talk with me. But we'll go ahead and get started with priming the eyes. I definitely want to go for a bright look. I have a couple of palettes that I went ahead and pulled out, and I'll go ahead and show you those right now. So we'll go ahead and start with the Pro Pigment Palette from ABH. I'm choosing colors B1 and B3 here. You can see this one and that one. And I'm going to go ahead and apply it on my finger because I honestly think that's one of the best ways to do it. Look how pretty. That's so gorgeous. I live. Okay. So we have that, and then I was gonna go in with a more detailed brush to prime around it. I have an ideal look that I'm going for. I'm gonna use this little thing here. And so I want to go around the eye and make this more like a little bit graphic, and wing it out. And you shall see. I have a vision. Okay, so spooky things that happened. So I was home alone, and nobody was here. It was just me and my family dog. And all of a sudden, this was during the day, by the way. This was on a Friday a couple weeks ago. And it's during the day, I'm just minding my own business, working. I went downstairs to let the dog out. And he does this thing where you take him out and he goes out for a little bit, and then he comes like right back in because he just wants to check out the yard to make sure the squirrels, you know, they're in their place. You know, the backyard is his. So he does that, comes in, comes right back, you know, goes out, comes right back in right after. And I'm like, okay, cool. Well, all of a sudden, my bladder wanted to act up, and I had to pee really bad. I was like, oh, great, okay. So our door to the backyard is, it's a little difficult to lock. And I had thought the gardener was going to be coming by, and like I know nothing would happen with the gardener. Like the gardener's great, we know him really well, but still I was home alone, and I'm like, I don't know what time he's coming. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I'm a girl. I'm by myself. I've seen some movies. You know, I need to protect myself, so I try to lock it. And like I said, this door is really difficult to work with, and I'm having a hard time locking it. It's not wanting to lock. And I was like, but my bladder is like, hey, let's go. You need to go to the bathroom right now, or else I'm just gonna go ahead and release myself. So I was like, okay, bladder, I hear you. So I was like, okay, I only have to pee. It's only gonna take me a few minutes, right? So I go pee, no issues. And while I'm peeing, and it's like, where I go to the bathroom downstairs, and it's just a bathroom, like the toilet and the sink. And there's like, the only way to get out, in and out, is through the door. There's no window in there or anything like that. So I was really trying to hurry up so I could go and lock the door. And halfway through, while I'm peeing, I hear something. First, I hear heavy footsteps. They sound like men footsteps. And I'm like, oh my God. Did the gardener come inside? I didn't even see his truck out there before, you know, before I went to the bathroom. No one was here. And I was like, well, I didn't even hear the back door open either. Because we have like a, what is it called? A wind chime thing that's like right there. So you can hear things if it opens. And usually if someone comes in, the dog will also start, you know, barking too. It's like quiet. I'm like, huh, okay, maybe, I don't know, maybe Vader's footsteps have gotten louder. Maybe he's gained some weight and his footsteps sound louder. But like when my dog walks, it's like, because of his nails, it's like, you know, it clinks, the sound like that and stuff when he walks on the ground. And then all of a sudden I hear shuffling, and then I hear opening and closing of drawers, like, and cabinets opening and closing. And I'm like, oh crap, someone's broken in. That's it. This is it. This is how I'm gonna go. Okay, sounds good. I guess someone broke in. And I'm still peeing too, by the way, when this is all going through my mind. And my dumbass, you know, I'm more scared of it being like an actual human being. I'm more scared of that. I am not as scared of it as being someone like a ghost or whatever. I've seen enough supernatural episodes. I know how to protect myself from a ghost. Now another human being. Now that's scary. I don't know how to do it. So I'm freaking out and in the bathroom, and I'm like, okay, what do I do? It's like, well, Cynthia, you could call the police. You know, if that is someone out there, you know, call the police. But I'm just like thinking, I'm like, what if it's nobody? What if it is the ghost? Because this isn't the first time where something spooky in the house has happened. And so I'm just like contemplating back and forth, and meanwhile still peeing. I'm like, wow, I had to pee a lot. And so I just sat there for a little bit and then finished, washed my hands, and hopefully it was like, if someone is there, they hear that I'm in here, they don't attack me. And I like, again, I have my phone. I like, I swear, I'm like one of those, the first person that gets killed in a scary movie. So I go out. I had to take the trash can outside anyways, so, and I see Vader, which is our dog, just sitting in his bed, and he just looks at me like that. And I tell him, okay, Vader, I'm going outside to put the trash can out in the front. You know, so if someone is there, they know that I am leaving and that someone is here and that they can get out. They can go out the back door if that's where they came from, a window, I don't care. They need to go. So I had to do that. I had to move my dad's car too because it was blocking my car, so I could park my car in the garage. And when I came back in, I checked all the rooms, closets, and everything in between under the beds. Nothing was there. And yeah, that was just like really creepy. And that was during the day. Okay, so how do we like this? This is kind of cute. Cute. Okay, and what I was thinking for this is doing like the Kiwis, doing little black dots along the line, the graphic line that I created. So yeah, just a vision I had in my head. I think that's really cute. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing with the other eye, and I'll be right back. Can't really tell a difference from far away. So I'm actually really happy with this. Like, extremely ecstatic. I haven't been in a creative mood in a very long time. It takes a lot for this to come out, but I think I was gonna go ahead and finish off like the eye look with a little bit of shimmer from this Juvia palette. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and use my finger because I don't know, I think it just is better. Let's see. Hopefully I don't budge it up. Let's see. Did we like it? I don't know, you can't even tell a difference on camera. And then I'm gonna use a little bit of the Milk primer, just a little bit in the areas right here where I know I need a little extra TLC, especially my nose. But okay, while I'm doing this, let's talk about more scary things that happened that weekend. So after, you know, realizing no one was in the house and all of that, to say the least, I was definitely freaked out, right? So I ended up going and just continuing on with my day with no issues. Nothing spooky else happened until later that evening. My girlfriend came over, and I was just cooking. I had like one of those HelloFresh meals or something like that, one of those subscriptions, and like I don't like leftovers, and I should have realized that. Like I canceled this subscription because I hate leftovers, and there's not an option for one person. So I have to cook both of them, and I've always had to end up just throwing out the second serving. It's so bad. It was so wasteful. I know. I know. That's why I canceled it. Don't come for me. But yeah, I ended up going ahead and making that for us. And I started telling her about all the creepy stuff that had been happening, right? And I'm explaining to her everything. And again, really quick for clarification, just to set the scene. The AC was off. And what else? Oh, the fan was off in the living room. And while I'm telling her this, you know, the story about what happened earlier that day, all of a sudden, I hear that same shuffling, and this time, I also hear like rustling of papers. And again, I thought maybe like, oh, okay, maybe the fan was on or something. Maybe that's what happened. There has to be a scientific explanation for everything in life, right? Like, there should be. But we couldn't explain how that happened. The dog wasn't anywhere near there. You know, I have no idea what could have happened. And neither could my friend. And my friend experienced it as well. It was really spooky. And then pretty much nothing else happened. And so nothing happens the rest of the night. There was like one thing where my friend noticed something, like it's coming from a sound coming from the kitchen, but it was just the ice maker making noise. And oh, also from where we heard the rustling, like the rustling of papers, and it sounded like someone like shuffled with their feet. We were in the kitchen at the time by the refrigerator, so it wasn't that sound that we heard later in the evening. And then when was the next creepy thing that happened? I had another girlfriend came over as well, and she also, later in the evening, we also heard something too. Again, it's just like noises, and like the house isn't that old, so it's not like it's a creaky house whatsoever. But heard creepy things going, just things going bump in the night. But then later on, I was by myself again, and I was getting really fed up with all the creepy stuff that happened, because mind you, I don't know if people know this, but I grew up Catholic. Not Catholic anymore. I'm not a part of any religion. I don't consider myself a Christian. I am agnostic, if you want to put a technical term on it. I think there is something else out there, but I don't believe in this biblical, you know, God that I have been led to believe my entire life. That's like an entire another video that we can discuss on why I'm agnostic. Anyways, and I was getting really fed up, and I thought, like, one of my first thoughts were like, what if there's somebody living in my house, like in the attic? Like, you hear stories like that on the news, like that could happen. That is totally a possibility. But I was really frustrated, and I kept hearing creepy noises. And so, I had come, and then this was like after my friends had left, and that, I think it was on a Monday, or maybe it was Sunday. Maybe it was that Sunday. I had my friend stay with me Friday, and I had another friend stay with me on Saturday because I was just too freaked out from what happened on Friday to be by myself. But Sunday rolls around, people have to go to work, so I was like, okay, gotta do this on my own. And so I ended up, I was upstairs, I think, at the time. And I had cleaned the house too because I knew I was gonna have someone over earlier that weekend, so my house was spotless. Nothing was laying out on the floor. And earlier what had happened too was my doggy gate had fallen over. Well, I thought, okay, this happened one time. I was like, okay, maybe it just like got knocked over, right? Maybe the dog knocked it over, because at that time I know he wasn't with me. But this time, the second time, my dog was with me. He was upstairs with me, and I was playing video games. He was in the den with me, and all I hear is the gate fall, and it sounded like it fell and it went shh, you know, and it's like one of those plastic doggy gates. And it's pretty heavy. It's not like flimsy whatsoever. And I remember specifically putting it back and where it wouldn't have been able to just like move. And so I'm getting freaked out. I'm really pissed off too at like whatever thing is there. And I like just say like, you need to stop this right now. Like, this is getting ridiculous. You need to leave. You're not welcomed here. If anything is here, this needs to stop. I go downstairs, and oh my gosh, it's like really freaking me out talking about it. But I go downstairs and I see the doggy gate has fallen over and was pushed into the dining room. My dog was with me upstairs the entire time. So the doggy gate was pushed into the dining room, as well as, it was the doggy just pushed into and his like bed was still in its same spot. It wasn't moved. It wasn't like my dog at one point had gone to lay down in his bed, and when he laid down, the bed pushed the gate down. It wasn't anything like that. The gate was pushed through to the living room, which it would take some sort of force to do that. And I had the air off downstairs because I was upstairs. And so I'm just like pissed off at whatever is doing this. And then I go to the living room, and I go, and there's this, I don't know what it was. It was like a photo album and like a movie on top, just laying in the middle of the living room. And the movie, I forgot, I think it was, what was the movie called? It was something about, it was like a movie about, I think, being alone or something. Home Alone? I don't know. Was it that? I don't know. It was really freaky. That was the movie that I found. And it was just in the middle of the living room. And I'm just like, I'm fucking done. I'm out. Peace. Like, whatever. Okay. So I call my mom, like, all freaked out. And she tells me, just sage the house. We have sage. So I go and sage the house. And I saged the house, and everything has pretty much been fine since then. There's have been some other creepy things that have happened, but nothing, like, you know, just hearing things go bump in the night. Oh, I opened my mouth. No, don't. Ugh, that was gross. Anyways, things that go bump in the night or whatever, nothing that crazy. But, and other people, like my little sister, she does not like to sleep by herself anymore because she is, freaked out about everything, which I do not blame her. It is really freaky. So, yeah, that's like my creepy, spooky story time for September. September spooky stories. That's what we're gonna call it. So I definitely want the eye look to shine. So I'm not gonna put any falsies on, but if I were to, like, if I was, honestly, I would put lashes on, but I'm really lazy, and that's just an extra step that I am not prepared to go through right now. But if I were to put on lashes, I think I would use these. Would I use these ones? I think those ones are too full of them. Oh, yes. I would use these. Plead the Fifth from one of my favorites, Legally Lashed LLC. This is the one that I would use if I wasn't so lazy, but I am really lazy, and it is, she doesn't have a watch on. It's almost 9 o'clock, I think. I'm pretty sure it's almost 9, but I would use those ones. And I actually do have a coupon code for her site now. It is Cynthia, CYNTHIA. I will also link her info below as well. This is the finished look here. She look cute. Oh, I guess I should add some lipstick. Oopsie. Let's go for this red. I think this would look really pretty. This is so pretty. Oh, she is red. This does not have a mirror. I went to do this and there is no mirror. How sad. Where's my little mirror? Here it is. She is red and gorgeous. I will say this is from the new Selena Gomez line. She's not as, like, I feel like this is picking up, the camera is picking up a lot more red than in real life. But this is the red that passed the sandwich test. If you want to know, oh, fudge. If you want to know what the sandwich test is, and I talk about it in my last video, again, I will link that video below so you can check it out. I give you my honest review of the Rare Beauty makeup line. I'm not gonna put highlighter on. Oh my gosh, I know, shocking, no highlighter. But I kind of want this to be the focus. And yeah, this is really pretty. I'm gonna go in closer so you can see. Again, is it a video of my eye is not watering? Is it one of my videos if one of my eyes are not watering? Bonus points if both of them water, which I think this one's starting to act up a little bit. But yeah, this is it. Again, inspired by the Starbucks Kiwi Starfruit drink. Got a piece of Starfruit. I don't know. I don't really eat kiwis because they make my throat a little scratchy. Same thing with cantaloupe. As always, make sure you like, you subscribe, you share this video, you ring the bell to be alerted of any new videos that I decide to put out. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching, and you have a great, wonderful day.